Hello Stevos, welcome to weekly vlog 251. It's Monday the 14th of July 2025. Gonna give the fish their fish food. Outside in the back garden as I'm just about to give the rabbits some more food, some fresh water and some hay in their hutch. It's mid-afternoon on this Monday and I've decided to have a bowl of cereal. So this is my bowl of cereal. I've got chocolatey square cereal. Just about to do the washing up, drying up and putting away. Just about to empty the recycling bin. Yesterday afternoon after I finished work, I did my washing and stuck it out on the washing line. I folded it into this washing basket and now I'm going to take it upstairs and put it away neatly in my wardrobe upstairs in my bedroom. Over on YouTube on my iPad, just about to watch the first 25 minutes of today's Chris Moyle Show Radio X Breakfast Show on YouTube. And also I've just been recommended this as well, A Day in My Life with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, my review plus experience. I'm going to watch that as well on YouTube on my iPad. Monday evening, it's just coming up to 7:15 on this Monday evening, by the way. I've had a very lengthy phone call with my sister today because over the weekend we were looking at flats, possibly for sale. Now obviously I'm not going to go into too much detail in regards to this, but basically I can't live here for much longer, you know, because obviously this is my mum's house, you know, so it does mean that I have got to move out and find somewhere else to live. Now I have been looking, I'm not gonna lie, I have been looking and I have been looking at pictures online of flats and how much they're going for and stuff, and what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and all of that kind of stuff. Over the weekend my sister said that we need to get you some photo ID because I've not got any form of photo ID. So I am currently in the process of applying for a provisional driving license. So I've got a form that should be sent to me later this week. Once it has been sent over to me later this week, then me and my sister will fill that out and send it back off. And hopefully I should be able to apply for a provisional license. Not that I'm planning to drive anytime soon, but it's just another form of ID. And basically, over the weekend, me and my sister, we saw some flats that were for sale. And we signed up to a couple of estate agents. And we spoke to the estate agents as well. And they said that basically we needed to speak to a mortgage advisor. Now, the mortgage advisor has spoken to my sister, not to me, but to my sister, has spoken to her. Basically, because of my vulnerability, because of my disabilities as well, you know, financially, I won't be able to afford a mortgage. It's also all down to the fact that I do work part-time as well. That's also a big factor in it. If I worked full-time, then there's more of a chance of me being able to get a mortgage. But because of my health, my own health and stuff like that, obviously I can't see me doing full-time work, only part-time work really. So, you know, so I have had a lengthy conversation with my sister over the phone. There is something that she said we could probably do. There is a sort of an idea that we could have in place. She said she may have to have a few conversations and stuff. I think a few conversations need to be spoken. But, you know, it is a bit of a bummer and it is a bit of a letdown. But at the end of the day, we have been given some information, me and my sister, we have been given some information that we didn't know about. And I'm glad that we've been given this information now than for it to be kept from us for, I don't know, a further few more months. And then we then find this out in a few months and then it delays things even further. You know where I'm coming from. So, you know, there's a couple of bits and pieces that my sister is going to be looking into, really. So we'll just have to see what happens, really. It is a bit of a hurdle. it is something that I would like to do, is to basically have my own place, my own property. I don't really like the idea of me renting a property privately from someone else. I don't like that idea one bit, and I do think it is, in all honesty, quite out of my price range, to be honest, given what I do take home each month. So there is that factor. Supported living for me is not an option. I've even spoken to social services themselves about that, and they've completely ruled it out, because I'm capable. I am capable of living alone. I've been doing it now for 6 months, maybe even 7 months, at a push. So me living in supported living is completely out of the question. The council, on the other hand, again, is kind of out of the question, because I could apply to be put on the housing register for the council, but I could be on that waiting list for about 5 years, and I don't have 5 years to wait to be housed by the council at all. But my sister has said, conversations do need to be had and stuff like that. She said, leave it with me. And she said that there are people that she has spoken to today who are going to go away and get some advice of their own as well. So there is that. So she said, so just don't worry too much. Don't panic too much. She did say to me that, there is something that we will be able to do. But I just think that conversations need to be had first. So we will wait and see, okay? I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update, really, because obviously I've made it no secret. I don't think I've made it really secret that eventually, my time here is going to be coming to an end. So it is really an end of an era, really, here. But I don't think it is something that's going to be happening. Well, it's definitely not going to be happening within the next couple of weeks, that's for sure. But it is something that is going to be happening, though, And I'm pretty certain I have said this in the vlogs. I am pretty certain I have said this in the vlogs before. So we'll wait and see what happens, is basically it. Even if it does mean, I think I was going to say this, even if this does mean that I do get my own place, my own property, but even if it means that I have to go the long way round in order to get one, I will do my best to see if I can get one. So that does mean, so we were looking at flats, me and my sister, over the weekend. We did put down an appointment for 2 flat viewings for this week, for towards the end of this week. But obviously, because of what the estate agents have told us, what a mortgage advisor has told us as well, that means that those flat viewings aren't going to be available for me to go and view now, unfortunately, So for the time being, I think in terms of looking for a flat or anything like that, or even in the process of viewing a flat, I think it's going to have to be put on a back burner for now. But it is something, though, that I am proactively looking at doing, okay? Because I do know what's to come. I am fully aware of what's to come, and I do know that I've got to move. But it's just the case of, we are doing our best. There's things going on behind the scenes where we are doing our best. But what I can say, and I will try my best to do this, is I will do my best to do as much moving content for the weekly vlogs as I can when we do get round to doing it, okay? But I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to do, because obviously I have got to pack away like my iMac where I edit my weekly vlogs, my YouTube videos on and stuff. I could use my MacBook. It's a smaller screen, admittedly, than my iMac, but I could always use my MacBook, so that is also a possibility of me doing. But I will do my best to try and do as much moving content as I can, okay? But we'll see what happens, all right? But there's conversations going on behind the scenes in these weekly vlogs and stuff. And obviously, as soon as I do get more and more updates as time goes on, I will talk to you guys about it in the vlogs so that you guys are also aware of what's going on, okay? And we will just wait and see what happens. So it is Monday evening, by the way. It's just gone 9 o'clock on this Monday night. I'm just about to have some dinner. Dinner is in the air fryer at the moment, and I'll show you what I've got for dinner tonight in the next scene of the weekly vlog. I've just been out to Castle Point. I went to Asda in Castle Point because I needed to get some baked beans for this week, because there's a couple of things that are frozen which I'm going to be doing in the air fryer this week for dinner, which again I'll show you across this episode of the vlog what I've got for dinner. But also as well, I picked up some bread, I picked up some butter, and I've also picked up some energy drinks as well, because they're on offer at Asda, any 3 for the price of 2. But I picked up some bread and butter because this week, rather than going to work, doing my shift, going on break on my shift, and then having a meal deal at work, I've decided that instead I'm going to do a meal deal at home by basically making a sandwich at home the night before, the night before I go to work, basically. So I'm going to do one after my dinner for tomorrow's break time, and then tomorrow night when I get back, I'm going to do one again for Wednesday's break time when I'm at work. Same for Friday night, same for Saturday night, for Saturday and Sunday shifts at work, because I'm just trying my best to kind of cut the costs down a little bit for myself. So you know, just trying to do a little bit of cost cutting here and there. It doesn't hurt. So that's what I'm going to do. I also picked up some Snickers chocolate bars as well for me to eat across this next week or so for my meal deals at work. So yeah, so there we go. So that's what I picked up at Asda in Castle Point this evening. I also, by the way, just had to stop off at the shop to go and grab 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper, little ones, because I haven't got any bottles to store my Coca-Cola in, which is my drink that I'm doing for my homemade style meal deal. So I've had to go and get 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper. I put one in the fridge, one I'm going to drink now, so I'm going to do that. Also as well, by the way, I don't know if I can show you this. Let's show you this. So my mum's fish tank, big fish tank, look at that. I don't know if you can see very clearly, look, there's like little plex that are on the glass. There's one there as well, right in the corner, if you can see. There's one there. Oh, and there's one here as well, but this one's a very different colour to the others. The others are like albino colours. So, but yeah, that one there. So, hello, Big Plek. Bloody hell, you're right there, Big Plek. Don't know, I think he's trying to get comfortable. So yeah, so there's some baby Plex in the tank at the moment. Don't know where they've come from. So, I don't know. We must have a female Plek in there somewhere and a male Plek, because, well, I don't know where they've come from. But there we go. Anyway, that's some good news. At least there's more fish, I guess, that are trying to keep the tank nice and clean and tidy, which is a good thing. So, yeah, anyway, so that's what I've been up to this evening on this Monday evening. I'll show you guys what I've got for dinner in just a few moments as well. This is my dinner tonight. I've got baked bean melts. I've also got some meatballs in Swedish style gravy. And I've also got some chips to go with it. I know, a bit of a mixture dinner tonight. A bit of a different dinner as well tonight. But that is my dinner this evening on this Monday. Good afternoon, everybody. Tuesday afternoon. And I've been to work. I've also had a support session as well this afternoon. Come back home from work. It's now nearly 4 o'clock. I've chilled out for the last hour and 45 minutes. And I've also just been downstairs as well because I'm feeling a little bit hungry, not going to lie. So I've decided to do myself some food. So I've got a sandwich, peanut butter sandwich, by the way. And I'm also going to start eating some of these Family Circle big box biscuits as well that have been in the kitchen since the end of last year. So, yes, and then also as well, I'm just about to watch some videos on YouTube as well, because I've got some videos on YouTube to catch up on. So I'm going to run through those on my TV in my bedroom, not that one. But I've got the first 25 minutes of today's episode of the Chris Moyle Show on Radio X. I've also got a video by Gabby as well, some chats and possible future project plans. And I have also got this one here, Off the Hook, Daz and Will destroy Daz's garden. This evening I've got baked beans, chips and a chicken and veg pie. Just thought I would very quickly jump on and have a conversation with you all. My sister spoke to me today and she has said to me that the mortgage advisor has spoken to her once again in regards to me. Obviously, you may remember earlier in the vlog, I was talking about possibly getting a mortgage on my own property, obviously paying it off over time. Yeah, so the mortgage advisor has said that basically they want to do an in-person meeting with me. Now, my sister is going to come with me for support, of course, but of course they just want to get kind of a rough idea really of my I guess you could say capacity and my understanding of a mortgage and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, I'm not going to lie, yesterday, after being told what I was told yesterday, it did kind of make me feel a bit down in the dumps and feel quite rubbish and stuff like that. But it's good that, you know, the mortgage advisor has decided to go away and kind of have a chat with their compliance officer and stuff. And, you know, all hope is not gone just yet. Basically, all hope is not gone just yet, you know. It's not like as if I've been completely shut down from the idea of getting a mortgage at the moment. It's just a case of just seeing what my capacity is like in terms of, you know, does the mortgage advisor reckon that I'll be able to afford a mortgage each month, given what I do for work, you know, like in terms of how much I get paid each month and stuff like that, you know, because obviously I do work part-time. And when you do work part-time, you know, there's a very slim chance of you being able to get a mortgage. Normally mortgage lenders prefer you to be out working full-time rather than part-time because of the financial side of things, you know, so like making sure that you can pay your mortgage repayments on time, that you can afford your mortgage repayments as well. So, and you know, your property isn't going to be later down the line repossessed as such and stuff like that, you know. So there's a lot of kind of bits and pieces really that we need to kind of figure out. And you know, my sister said to me that this woman she spoke to today is going to get back in contact with her on Thursday. So, you know, I basically agreed with my sister that, yeah, we should go down the route of having an appointment with her just so she can get a feel of what I'm like in person, this mortgage advisor, and see whether she does think, given whether I've got an understanding or not of mortgages and stuff, whether she does think that a mortgage would be suitable for me. I mean, to be honest, I don't really want to be renting privately from a landlord for the rest of my life. I'm not going to lie, I really don't. If I have to go down that route, then sadly I have to go down that route. But it's just not something I really want to do. You know, it really isn't something I want to do. So we'll see what happens, I guess, really. We'll see what happens. But you know, it's best to check to see if I can be able to get a mortgage on a property first, and then weigh up our options afterwards. If I can't get a property through a mortgage, then we'll have to go back to the drawing board and see what I can do. But we're only looking into this now because even though I'm probably still going to be here for still a little while, you know, because there's bits and pieces that have to go through first and stuff, you know. But, you know, it's just something that we need to kind of look at now, really, so that we are kind of prepared for when it does come down to that bit where basically I do need to move. You know, so it's not like as if we're in any rush. It's not like as if I've got to move out of here tomorrow or next week, you know. But it's just something that we need to look at really now. And this is what me and my sister are looking at the moment, is weighing up the options, whether I will be able to get a mortgage, whether I will be able to afford a mortgage, and whether or not the mortgage advisor reckons that the lender will be able to lend me the money that I pay off each month for the mortgage. Yeah, we'll see what happens, really. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted about it, of course. But yeah, there we go. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update in regards to that as well. There is someone else, actually, which my sister is doing dealings with behind the scenes and stuff. And she has said she is going to try and see if she can find some possible contacts for us as well. You know, in terms of helping me to see if I can get a mortgage, basically. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you guys posted, of course, as to whether or not I will be able to get a mortgage or not. Good afternoon, everyone. Wednesday afternoon, not long, got back from a support session with my support worker. We just went up to Castle Point, had a catch up, had a coffee, and that was pretty much it. And I've also been to work today as well. It is Wednesday afternoon. We're halfway through the week, halfway through the weekly vlog. By the way, I've just checked Disney Plus here in the UK, because ITV and Disney have done a deal recently. I mean, Disney and ITV have got a great partnership already. There are some shows that ITV already show on ITVX that have been on Disney Plus. So like Under the Banner of Heaven, I think it's called. Renegade Nell is another one as well that's been on Disney Plus and has recently been appearing on ITVX. But there are some shows on ITVX from Disney Plus, such as The Bear, for example, Only Murders in the Building, The Kardashians, stuff like that. But Disney Plus here in the UK have also now got a taste of ITVX as well, which has launched either yesterday or today. So this is what, it's today. So this is what is new from, this is on Disney Plus, by the way. This is a taste of ITVX. You can discover even more. But there's Mr. Bates versus the Post Office, Malpractice, Karen Pirie, Fortune Hotel, Love Island All Stars, Endeavour, Grantchester, A Spy Among Friends, G-Wed, Masked Singer UK, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire UK, Olivia Attwood, The Price of Perfection. If I press discover even more, that is pretty much all of the stuff that is currently on ITVX through Disney Plus. And again, if I go in to ITVX, wherever that is, that's right there. So if I go into that, we're about to go into the homepage of ITVX. And then once that loads, here we go. Look, right on the top here, a taste of Disney Plus. So this is what is on Disney Plus through ITVX. So we have got Pam and Tommy, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Tracker, Guardians of the Galaxy from Marvel, Andor, Death and Other Details, The Ashley Madison Affair, Futurama, Desperate Housewives, National Treasure, Age of History, Atlanta, and Phineas and Ferb. So there we go. And obviously it does have an advert on the top here. Sign up on disneyplus.com, stream more series and movies. So there we go. So that is the partnership that ITV and Disney have got here in the UK. And it does seem like they do have a very strong partnership, which is great. Now, on this Wednesday afternoon, by the way, I have got some other bits and pieces that I do need to do, which I will do. But first, though, on this Wednesday afternoon, I am going to watch a couple of bits and pieces. So I'm going to start first by watching the first 25 minutes of today's Chris Moyle Show on Radio X via YouTube on my iPad. Over on BBC iPlayer on my iPad, I'm just about to catch up on some of this week's episodes of EastEnders. So I need to catch up on this one here, even though it says I've watched it, but I started watching it Monday morning, but I didn't manage to watch it. All of it, because I ended up falling back to sleep as soon as I turned it on. So I'm going to watch that one, and then I've got these 2 episodes here which were on yesterday, and then I've got this episode here as well which is on today. So I'm going to watch all 4 of those episodes right now on BBC iPlayer. So for my dinner this evening, I've got a chicken and veg pie with some onion rings and some baked beans. Good morning, everybody. Thursday morning, not long woken up, by the way. Got dressed. I have brought my washing basket downstairs because I'm just about to put a load of washing on in the washing machine, because I feel as though there was a little bit of washing that was left over from Sunday, which I've already stuck in the washing machine. My washing basket is half full already, so I thought I'll stick that in the washing machine as well and then get it hung up on the washing line this afternoon to dry. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. By the way, today, originally, I was meant to be meeting up with my friend Kieran in Poole. We were going to go to Tower Park, but we've had to postpone it because Kieran is feeling a little bit under the weather. So he's not feeling too good. So he did message me around about 5-6 o'clock this morning to let me know and say that he's still not feeling too good, so he's not going to be able to meet up with me today. I did say to him, let me know later this afternoon whether you're feeling up to having a video call on Discord, so we may end up doing that instead. If not, then we might end up having a video call maybe tomorrow if he's feeling a little bit better. So yeah, so that is what I'm up to at the moment on this Thursday morning. It's about to do the washing up, drying up and putting away on this Thursday morning. For breakfast today, I have got a bowl of chocolatey squares cereal. So it is Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening actually. It's, what is it, just gone 5 p.m. And I wanted to try something. So I'm just in the fridge at the moment, just getting it out the fridge because this is ideal for refrigerating. So yesterday I picked up this in work, which you can find down the coffee aisle. And it's a Nescafe iced caramel latte. Now, it says ready to enjoy from the fridge. So you do have to, let me put you guys up here. So you do have to stick this in the fridge as soon as you get home, ideally from the supermarket. But it's high in protein. There's 92 calories per 250 milliliter serve. And it's a source of calcium as well, understandably. So yeah, Nescafe iced caramel latte. Now they did have another one. So they got the caramel one. And they've also got, I think it's just your bog standard iced latte. I've only managed to see this in Tesco, and at the time of recording this vlog, they do actually have it in on offer at the moment on Clubcard. I think it's £2.50 on Clubcard price. So I picked this up yesterday because I was, where was I yesterday? I was in the coffee aisle bit anyway. Oh yeah, that's it. I picked up some cereal because I ran out of cereal, and I went past the coffee bit and I saw this and I decided to pick it up to give it a try. So there we go. So I'll give this a go. I'll let you guys know my thoughts on this Nescafe iced caramel latte. You could really shake it as well, really. But anyway, let's give this a try. It's not too bad. That is not too bad one bit. I will say though, it is iced caramel latte, right? And normally with an iced latte, normally you should have ice to go with it. But I don't know where the ice cube trays are or anything like that. So I've not done ice with it. So I've just done it just purely out of the bottle. But nevertheless, though, it is still nice. The really funny thing is it does say here, a delicious iced moment. So it basically just says, shake, pour, enjoy cold. That's all it says. So, I mean, in theory, what you could also do as well is if you have got ice cubes at home, you know, what you could do is pick this up in the supermarket, take it home, stick some ice into a glass, and then just pour it over the ice, pretty much, and it'll still be cold, in theory. So, yeah, but either way, though, I've stuck this in the fridge overnight. I think this is absolutely delicious. I can definitely taste that sweet caramel taste, you know, like the aftertaste, I guess you could say. So yeah, so the aftertaste of caramel is there. I don't think, actually, I think out of the two, I'd probably say I would prefer this one more than I would just the original iced latte one, because there is this one and then there's the iced latte one. So out of the two, I would say I'd prefer this one to the iced latte, because this obviously has caramel flavour in it. The other one is just your bog standard iced latte. So there we go. So yeah, so like I said, I found this in the supermarket Tesco here in the UK. I don't know if this is in any other supermarket in the UK, like Sainsbury's, Asda, all of that stuff. I'm not too sure, but you can definitely find this. If you are here in the UK, you can definitely find this on offer as well in your local Tesco supermarket. So there we go. Also as well, by the way, I'll pop that there. Also as well, by the way, I've just had an update from Kieran. Obviously, I did say earlier I was meant to be meeting up with Kieran today, but sadly he's unwell. He has just messaged me in the last 10 minutes or so to say that he is okay to have a video call with me tonight over on Discord. So I will be having a video call with him later this evening on Discord on my iMac. For dinner this evening, I have got some rice, egg fried rice, microwavable, and some tin of meatballs. Thursday evening, and I'm upstairs in my bedroom. I'm just about to have a video call with my friend Kieran over on Discord. He's just messaged me to ask if I'm ready to video call, so I've just said to him, give me a couple of minutes and I'll video call him. So yeah, by the way, I did pop out for a little bit because my mental health weren't that great and I needed a walk. So I went for a walk, and at the same time I also went to Tesco as well in Castle Lane in Bournemouth. I went there because I needed to get a packet of rice for my dinner this evening, which you guys have just seen. So I picked up a fair couple of packets of egg fried rice just in case I wanted to do any more dishes that required rice. And to be honest, when I do microwavable rice, my normal go-to microwavable rice packet is the egg fried rice. So yeah, so I picked up some of that. I picked up some more bananas as well, and some strawberries as well, because I'm running low on bananas and strawberry. Oh, I've just realised I did not pick up bin liners. I've run out of bin liners and I haven't got any. So I may have to go out tomorrow and go and get some. Ah, God's sake. That's the one thing I forgot to pick up. And you know what? I honestly thought that in my mind. When I was walking to Tesco, I was like, bin liners. I need bin liners. I was halfway to Tesco as well when I said that. Well, anyway, so I run out of bananas and strawberries for my protein shakes that I do in the morning when I go to work. So I picked up some bananas and strawberries for my protein shake that I'm going to be doing on Saturday morning. I also picked up a chocolate cake as well, because that's on offer at the moment for £2.50 in Tesco using Club Card. I picked up an iced Madeira slice cake and an angel layer sliced cake as well. And I also picked up some, what was it? Raspberry turnovers, which I'm gonna have for my dessert. So I'll show you that in the next scene of the vlog. And I also picked up as well some chocolate mousses as well, like a 6-pack of chocolate mousse. So I'm gonna have some chocolate mousses as well, because I've not had some for a while, and I do enjoy a good chocolate mousse. So, oh, and I also picked up a new belt as well, which I'm currently wearing on my trousers at the moment, because the belt that I normally wear decided to rip off. So the end of my belt started tearing off. So I've got a new belt as well, which fits me, by the way. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that I picked up in Tesco. But I could do with the walk, to be honest. You know, my mental health weren't that great today. So I decided to get myself out and go for a walk. So that's exactly what I did. Anyway, I'm back here in my bedroom right now, and I'm just about to have a video call with my friend Kieran over on Discord. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better than what he was this morning. And also as well, we'll try and arrange to meet sometime next week instead, because we were meant to meet today and we didn't, unfortunately. Oh, and also as well, in the next couple of minutes, I need to give my friend a call, because she said to me that she was going to head off for a nap for a little while, and she said, could you please wake me up, either call me or message me and say to me it's 8:30, which it nearly is. And she said, because I don't want to miss your TikTok live. She's one of my TikTok live regulars that comes in and watches my TikTok live. So I need to give her a call in a second and just make sure she's awake. Anyway, so I'm going to do that as well. Anyway, so that is everything I'm up to so far on this Thursday evening. Thursday night for dessert this evening, I have got these raspberry turnovers, which I'm about to eat now, and I'm just about to go live over on TikTok on my phone. Good morning everyone, Friday morning, and I've not long woken up, and I've just got dressed on this Friday morning, and I am just about to go into the plate and bowl cupboard. Got my bowl right here, and I'm just about to have some cereal on this Friday morning. Got some chocolatey squares cereal for breakfast this morning on this Friday morning. Just to let you all know, I do have a support session today. Let's try and see if I can stand you guys up. Oh, I'll stand you there. There we go. I do have a support session this morning, so I am going to need to be very quick about this, by the way, because my support session is starting in around about 15 minutes time. So I'm just going to very quickly have a bowl of cereal on this Friday morning. Oh, and there's a little bit that's just dropped out. There we go. So yeah, that's what I'm up to right now on this Friday morning. For dinner this evening, I've got baked beans, onion rings, and a chicken and veg pie. 9:10 on this Friday night, by the way, and I've got myself ready for work for tomorrow, by the way. So I've made myself a sandwich, got my Snickers bar in my bag ready for my break tomorrow, and done myself a bottle of Coca-Cola. Got my protein bottle ready for me to make a protein shake in the morning, cut up a banana and some strawberries. Been live on TikTok, done the washing up, drying up and putting away. Also as well, by the way, today I've recorded a podcast as well, which is available to listen to now on Spotify Music and Apple Podcasts. Just search for Steve's Weekly Podcast to listen to that. And I have also been live over on TikTok as well. So yeah, I'm pretty much all set, ready for me to go to bed now. It is 9:10, so I am going to get an early night. Anyway, from me, it's good night, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the weekly vlog, which will be Saturday. And before I do go to bed as well, actually, I have been given in the post today a letter from the provisional driver's license team for me to fill out a form in order for me to get a provisional license, as a way of getting a form of ID, really, more so than anything else. I'm not learning to drive or anything like that. Can you imagine me out on the road? So I am gonna try and see if I can attempt to get a provisional driver's license. So I'm probably going to be heading off to my sister's tomorrow. So if I do, I know I said this last week, but I will say it now. I'll try and capture some footage of Simba, JJ and Monty if I can, whilst I'm at my sister's tomorrow as well, okay? But anyway, from me, good night, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the vlog, which will be Saturday. Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning, got to work, and I am just about to make my flask of tea before I head out onto the shop floor on this Saturday morning. Simba.
You think he's dead? No, he'll be back on his feet in no time. Probably following Jonathan Dolge's footsteps, one up at a touchdown.
Saturday night, as you just saw, that was a little bit of footage of Simba at my sister's flat, which I filmed earlier this afternoon as I went to my sister's flat straight after work today to go and spend a bit of time with my sister for this Saturday afternoon. By the way, me and her were looking at a provisional driver's license because I need to have some form of photo ID, because I think regardless of the situation, regardless whether I decide to get a mortgage, if I can be able to get a mortgage in the future, in the next few months or so, we'll wait and see what happens on that. But if I can get a mortgage, I'm going to need photographic ID. If I decide to rent somewhere privately, even though that's not an option that I really want to go down, or a path I want to go down, should we say, then again, I'm going to need some form of photographic ID, really, you know, as a way of just confirming who I am. So, which is why earlier this week I was given the forms via the post for me to fill out in terms of like a provisional driver's license. Now what I do need to do, and I'm going to get my manager at work to do this tomorrow when I go into work tomorrow, is I'm going to get him to basically fill out his details to basically verify that I am a real person. I've already got a pay slip, an updated pay slip from work. So I'm going to give that to the provisional driver's license people in order for them to do the process. And then obviously I need to send off a document to confirm who I am. Now, the only document I really have got to confirm who I am is my birth certificate. Now, I need to send them my original birth certificate, which I have got. So I need to send that off to them, which then once they've done all the processing and stuff like that, they'll then send the document back over to me via post again. Obviously, they'll do that within the next couple of weeks. So it can't be a photocopy of the birth certificate or anything like that, which is annoying. So yeah, so anyway, so I need to get my manager at work tomorrow just to verify who I am. Get a photo done at one of those photo booths, you know, where you normally get your photo done to get a driver's license or a passport. I need to get one of those photos done. I think it's only going to cost me £5 in order to do that. So I'll get that done hopefully tomorrow. And then once I've done that, then I can then send it all off and then obviously see if I can be eligible in order to get a provisional license. Now, obviously, like I said, I'm not getting a license because I'm wanting to learn to drive. Maybe that might be something I might want to do in the near future. We'll see what happens. But again, I've got to be epilepsy free before I can be able to learn to drive and stuff like that. However, though, what I will say is, you know, I just want a provisional driver's license in order to basically have some form of ID, another form of ID to say this is who I am. And here's a photo of me, you know, basically. So, and again, it's ideal because if I'm in a supermarket and I get ID'd, not that I do get ID'd for alcohol or energy drinks or anything like that, but if I was to get ID'd for something like that, then again, at least I've got my provisional license on me, carrying around with me at all times, and I can just show them that and go, here you go, here's a form of ID, you know. So yeah, so there is also that as well. So yeah, so anyway, so that's happened. So I'm going to get my manager to sort that out tomorrow. Also as well, my sister's partner came back because he goes out to his yard to fix up cars and stuff over the weekend. He came back earlier this evening. And he did me and himself some dinner. So for dinner tonight, I had 2 cheeseburgers in a bun with some chips. So that was my dinner this evening. I've spent all afternoon watching Family Guy over on Disney Plus as well on my sister's TV in her living room. And also as well, me, my sister and my sister's partner, we sat down and we went on to Argos. And I basically have just spent slightly over £2,000. My bank is going to be yelling at me right now. My bank is going to be yelling at me right now. I'm so sorry, bank. But I've just spent over £2,000 on a brand new phone and also a brand new smartwatch as well. So my smartwatch is a Samsung one. It's a Samsung smartwatch. It's the new Samsung Watch 8, which has just been announced over the last week or so at Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event. Meanwhile, I have got a new phone as well in the form of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. So it is a foldable phone. So it acts as the bog standard smartphone, just like my Galaxy S23 Ultra. But if I wanted a bigger display, and sometimes I do, especially if I was to use Netflix or Amazon or Disney Plus or something like that, I never use Amazon Prime. I've got Prime Video, Disney Plus, Netflix, ITVX, BBC iPlayer. I've got all of them apps on my phone. But what's bizarre is I only go on those apps to see what's new on those apps. I never watch anything on my phone, like in terms of YouTube or anything like that. I always use a bigger screen. So I do feel as though going forward, if I've now got the Galaxy Fold 7, which I should be getting over the next week, because at the moment it's available for pre-order and it does get released on Friday this week. This week coming, Friday the 25th of July. So with that being said, with that now coming, that means that now when I want to watch something on YouTube, on Amazon, on Disney Plus, on Netflix, ITVX, BBC iPlayer, all them streaming services that I usually use, that does now mean that basically I can now watch them on a larger screen, because obviously the Fold has got an inner display screen which folds out into an 8-inch display. So there we go. So it's like a tablet. It's a phone and a tablet at the same time, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so that is going to be arriving next week, along with my Galaxy Watch 8, which I'm going to pair and stick it on my wrist. And then obviously that's going to be helping me with my step counts, you know, keeping me active, keeping me healthy. It's also going to help me when it comes to sleep as well, because I have been lacking sleep a lot lately. Last night I tried getting to sleep at 9 o'clock, and not gonna lie, I don't think I properly dropped off until around about 11:15. It is now 10:05. I've literally got back home within the last 20 minutes from my sister's flat. But we did have a couple of issues, understandably, with trying to buy my phone and my watch through Argos, because my bank just wasn't letting me purchase my phone and watch. I think it's because it was an extortionate amount of money and it thought I was being scammed, which I wasn't. So I had to transfer the money over to my sister's partner, and then he then brought it. So there we go. So now he's going to forward any emails that he's getting from Argos. He's going to forward them over to me so that I can stay in the loop as to what's happening with my phone and my smartwatch as well, and when it's being delivered, etc, etc. So yeah, also as well, really good thing is I can, so with the smartwatch I do get something free. It's like a dual wireless charger thing, which I'm assuming you can charge your smartwatch and your phone at the same time, which is good. The other thing is as well that I got for free was an Xbox controller and Game Pass. Now, obviously on your phones or tablets or TVs or anything like that, really, you don't have to have an Xbox console anymore in order to play games. You could just play it directly from the cloud through your tablet, your phone, etc, etc. So I'm thinking, when my Xbox controller and Game Pass arrive, which by the way was worth 75 quid in Argos, but I got it totally for free through me purchasing the Galaxy Z Fold 7, you know, when it does arrive, I may set it up on my phone and I might play some Xbox on my phone with the larger display. Might as well. So yeah, so that's also another good thing as well, okay. I have also ordered a case as well. That's going to be arriving at my sister's place tomorrow. So yeah, and again, it's pretty much the same colour as I got my phone in. So my phone I got in blue shadow, which is, it looks absolutely amazing, blue shadow. It really, really does look amazing. I love it. I love the colour so much. But the case is pretty much the same colour as the phone. It's dark blue. So, you know, and again, it's kind of got this kickstand. So when my phone's folded out into a tablet, you know, it means that it's basically on a kickstand, so it ain't going to fall over and stuff like that, which is great. Yeah, and also finally, but not least as well, I am going to say this now, I am moving over mobile phone providers as well. After a good 5 years, maybe even more than 5 years with the mobile phone network here in the UK, O2, I am moving over to Voxy, who is basically part of Vodafone as such. So yeah, so I'm moving over to that network provider now, but I am going to be saving a lot of money because where I've just bought the phone outright from Argos, it's SIM free, and I've just purchased a new SIM card. Okay, obviously I'm going to insert the SIM card into my phone, and then once I've inserted the SIM card into my phone, I'll then be paying £15 a month on this new SIM. Now, what that £15 a month gives to me is the following: 140 gigabyte of data. Originally 20 gig, but they're doing 4 times data, so 140 gigabyte of data for £15 a month, which I think is brilliant. There's also unlimited social media usage as well, so from WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, and Pinterest as well is another one. I'm assuming that Threads, the Instagram version of Twitter, also lies under that as well as social media usage. So yeah, so there is that. There is also unlimited music as well, so from the likes of Amazon Music, Tidal, Deezer, Spotify Music, Apple Music, that will be unlimited for me, so I can listen to it freely on my data and it won't be using any of my data. And I also get unlimited video from the likes of YouTube, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, and My5 as well, which is a streaming service here in the UK, which I don't even use. I don't use My5, and I don't think I ever will, but there we go. I still get that. Again, I can freely watch stuff on Netflix, on TikTok, on Prime Video, YouTube, whilst out and about and not connected to Wi-Fi and just using my mobile data, and it won't eat up my data. So in theory, the only things that I'll be using my data for really is just surfing the internet when I'm out and about. So there we go. But £15 a month though. At the moment, I currently pay £30 a month for my 20 gig of data on O2. So I'm saving 15 quid a month, which isn't a bad saving if I'm honest. It's also on a 30-day rolling contract as well, which I can cancel at any time. I could probably change my tariff at any time as well. So if I feel as though 140 gig of data is too much, if I feel like £15 a month is too much, I can always go down a notch and you know, pay £10 a month if I wanted to, with less data, of course. But I probably will get less features, so I won't get unlimited music, unlimited video. I'll only get unlimited social with that deal though. So, but that's Voxy though, okay? I have heard of Voxy before, but I've never really heard anyone use Voxy up until recently when my sister was on about moving over from giffgaff to Voxy, and obviously my sister's partner's already on Voxy already, so, and he said the service is quite good there, so there we go. So yeah, so there we go. So today, this afternoon, for me, has been very, very productive, to be honest. It has been very productive. There is still things that I need to do in regards to the provisional license, admittedly, but that is something that I will get sorted over the course of the next couple of days, understandably. So yeah, anyway, I have spoken too much. I've been talking now for literally the last 15 minutes. What I am going to do is I'm going to cut up a banana and cut up some strawberries ready for me to make my protein shake before I head off to work in the morning. Stick that in a bowl, stick it in the fridge overnight for me to do the protein shake in the morning before I set off for work. And I'm also going to do myself a sandwich as well, in the form of a peanut butter sandwich, which again I'm going to put in one of these food bags right here, and I'm going to stick that in the fridge ready for me to stick in my bag to take with me to work for tomorrow, as I'm going to have that sandwich along with a Snickers bar and a Coca-Cola, the Asda cheap Coca-Cola, which at this point has gone very flat, which I've already done, by the way, and it hasn't gone right up to the top, but that's going to last me until, well, yeah, that's pretty much all I had left in the big bottle tonight, so I need to go and get some more tomorrow after work anyway. So yeah, so I'm going to do all of that right now on this Saturday night. Heading off to bed now on this Saturday night. Just gone 11:30. Very quickly popped onto TikTok just to say hello to my viewers, because I haven't used TikTok today, really, because I've been at my sister's until 20 to 10. So anyway, I'm going to turn off my camera here, put that on charge, put my phone on charge as well, as my phone's only on 15% battery. And then I'm going to head off to sleep, as I've got work early tomorrow. So I shall bid you all good night, and I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the vlog, and the final day of this episode of the vlog, which is Sunday. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday afternoon, by the way, and it's just gone 3 o'clock, by the way. Also, as well, by the way, when I was at work today, I tried to get a photo of myself for my provisional driver's license, which I'm currently in the process of sending the forms off and stuff, and I was going to get my manager to fill out some forms as well to verify my identity, but unfortunately I couldn't get a photo of myself from the photo booth at my work because my bank card was declining contactless and chip and pin. I tried it twice. Well, I tried it the first time contactless in the photo booth. Then I was like, oh yeah, maybe because, you know, I took out a big payment yesterday, maybe I need to do it via chip and pin. So I did it in chip and pin, declined. Tried it again for a second time, declined. Went onto the shop floor and picked up a carton of fresh apple juice, took it to the checkout, scanned it through at the checkout, used my club card, and then tried to pay for it, again doing it chip and pin through the card payment thing. Payment declined, so I had to take the apple juice back. And basically, moral of the story is, because I failed to notify my bank that the payment that I was trying to process through was a genuine payment, my bank decided to block my card and my bank account from being used. So I had to call up the fraud people today after work to get that sorted. So I was on the phone to them for about 15 minutes. And then they said at the end of the call, give it 20 minutes and my bank card should be working, because they've taken the block off my card. So I had to run through some questions with them as to where I've been in terms of spending money and stuff. So they were like, did you spend £20 something in Tesco on this date? Which obviously I said yes. And then they asked me, did I spend £34 on a DVLA application? Yes. The final one, which made me laugh, was, did you spend £13 on this date at Burger King? That made me laugh. Obviously, I said yes. So there we go. So I had to answer a few questions, security questions and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, it was a little bit annoying, but I've not gone out to try my bank card anywhere. I'm just going to leave my bank card for today, I think, and try it tomorrow when I'm out and about, which I am going to go out and about tomorrow, and I'll vlog where I'm going in next week's episode of the vlog. But yes, anyway, so it is annoying. Although the really weird thing is even though my card was declined in terms of doing the transaction yesterday, but even though I went into my mobile banking app, set up my sister's partner as a new recipient, transferred him the total for my phone and my watch yesterday, and he managed to pull it through no problem. It's a bit weird that my bank basically banned me from using my bank card, but yet it allowed me to set up a new recipient and transfer the funds, the total funds, over to that new recipient without blocking it from being transferred. It's very, very weird, you know. Like, I know they're trying to avoid scams, avoid fraud and all of that stuff, which is all well and good, but then to not avoid doing it through mobile banking by transferring the money over to someone else in order for them to pay for it, a little bit dodgy in my eyes. So they need to kind of get better at their security on that front anyway. So yeah, so there we go. So I have sorted all that out today. My sister came down to help me with that at my work, and then I went round my work with my sister and her partner because they needed to get some shopping for this week. So I helped them with their shopping, and then they brought me back here. And ever since then, I put a load of washing on, stuck it out on the washing line to dry. Probably going to leave it out there for a few hours because it is supposed to be raining this evening. So around about 6:30 is when I'm going to bring that in. And I've just chilled out in my room, checked social media, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, right now though, I'm about to go on YouTube on my iPad. I've got a few things that I want to watch, so I'll show you what they are. First one being Daz watches people who'll do anything for fame. Second one being Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 Real Day in the Life review. I have got this from the Chris Moyle show, which is the Oasis Live 2025, the morning after full show, even though it's nearly 2 hours long, but I'll see if I get time to watch it. And finally, there is one from Tech Fowler, which is Nintendo Switch 2 versus Steam Deck, which should you buy? So I'm going to watch those 4 videos over on YouTube on my iPad on this Sunday afternoon. So I did purchase these a couple of days ago, but I am going to have this block of Creamfield's French Brie cheese because I do love my French Brie, and also as well I'm going to have some angel layer cake as well straight after on this Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday afternoon, by the way, just coming up to 8:15. I have had a phone call with my granddad. My granddad's not doing too badly today, by the way. This week he hasn't really been up to much. He's filled the hole where his fish pond used to be. So next time I do go to his house, which will be at some point in August, hopefully, I will show you where his fish pond used to be. He's put grass seeds down now, so I reckon by the time I go to his next, it'll just be covered in grass. But I'll show you that though when I next go to his house. I've also had a phone call with my sister as well. She woke me up. I went for a nap. And it's funny because I woke her up this morning to tell her that my bank card's been declined. and it's not working. So this was kind of payback really for her, for me waking her up this morning. She woke me up from a nap. Anyway, it was fine because literally I was only meant to fall asleep for another 5 minutes, so it's fine. Anyway, so I woke up, spoke to my sister on the phone, and she said to me that she was currently in the process of booking some tickets online for a circus, which is happening local to me. So this weekend I am going to be going to the circus with my sister and my sister's partner. So there is a chance that I will vlog it. There'll probably be a chance that I will take some pictures of it as well, and post it on my Instagram and social media sites as well. So I will try my best to vlog as much of it as I possibly can, and I'll show you that footage in next week's episode of the vlog. So next weekend I am going to go to my sister's for a little bit, spend some time at my sister's flat, spend some time with Simba, with JJ, with Monty, maybe watch some TV and stuff. And then I'm going to have dinner at my sister's flat, and then we're going to go down to the circus after that. So I will bring my vlogging camera with me next Saturday, and I will film some content of that, okay? So yes, that's happening next week. There's a lot that's happening next week, by the way. New phone, new watch, circus. What more content could you ask for? Is what I'm asking you guys. What more content could you want in a weekly vlog next week? So it's a packed weekly vlog next week, by the way. So yeah, so she's booked the tickets now, so I've just got to transfer her the money, which I may end up doing so. If not, I might just say to her, is it okay if I could pay you back literally when I next get paid? I'll see if I can maybe... see, yeah, I'll make a note of it, of course. Of course I'll make a note of it, and as soon as I get paid on payday, I'll just pay her back the money that I owe her for the circus. So yeah, so there we go. So that's happening. What else is happening? That was it. Oh, my phone case, by the way, speaking of new phone, my new phone case for my new phone has been delivered. So I've given my sister the code because I got it delivered to her local Amazon locker. So that's been delivered to her Amazon locker. So hopefully she's picked that up now from near where she lives. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, that's pretty much it really. I've just brought my washing in from the washing line as well, as it's been out there since around about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So that's been out on the washing line. It's all nice and dry as well. So I'm going to put that away neatly in my wardrobe upstairs in my bedroom in just a few moments. So I'm just about to have a video call with my friend Kieran on Discord on my iMac. I've also got a Monster Pipeline Punch energy drink as well, which I'm going to drink whilst I'm on video call with Kieran on Discord on my iMac. It is Sunday night and I am just about to wrap up this episode of the weekly vlog here because I've gone on for too long, I feel. And there's a lot of footage as well for this week's episode, understandably and stuff. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I am going to go live on TikTok for a little bit. I was meant to clean the rabbits out today, but I'm going to have to do that nice and early tomorrow, and I was going to have a shower as well tonight, but again I'm going to have to do that nice and early tomorrow as well. So, and I was going to cook dinner, but to be honest it's 10:15 now and it's too late to eat, so I'm not going to eat anything for dinner tonight. I might just have some biscuits or something to snack on or something like that. So I'll have some, I'm going to cook something fresh tomorrow, so I need to get some mince out of the freezer. That's all I'm giving away, so you'll find out what I've got for dinner in, well, Monday's section of the vlog in next week's episode. Also, I do apologise, there was no movie wrap-up episode this week. That's because I've not watched any movies this week, so I've not been able to watch a single film. So I will try my best to watch a couple of movies next week and stuff, and then there'll be a movie wrap-up for you. I'm going to plan to go to the cinema as well across this next week, so there might be some movie reviews for me to talk about in Sunday's episode of the movie wrap-up this weekend coming up. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Coming up next week, obviously, new phone, new watch, circus, Me meeting up with Kieran as well. We were going to meet up this week, but obviously he was unwell. He has arranged to meet up with me this upcoming week on Thursday, okay? So that is going to be happening. All of that and a lot more as well, okay? I'll keep you guys up to date with other bits and pieces, I'm sure, over the next week as well. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. As always, feel free to. And if you are new around here and you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to become a Stevo. Don't even ask me why I'm sat in my bedroom in the dark. I've got no idea. The power is not out. I've not had a power cut or anything like that, but I just fancied sitting in the dark in my room. So anyway, guys, I'll be back on Sunday with your next episode of the movie wrap-up. Next weekly vlog coming up Monday next week at the usual time of 4 PM UK time. Until then, though, goodbye, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next YouTube video.